Welcome to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show, where you get advice you can trust, from the latest real estate trends to the best mortgage rates, from curb appeal to home warranty. This is the show that will help you save and make the most money when it comes to buying or selling your most valuable asset. Now, here's your host, broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida, Rick Kendrick.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. This is Rick Kendrick, and today we're going to be talking about half of the home sellers do not get the price they want for their home, believe it or not. And we're going to kind of go over that in details. But listen, those first-time buyers out there, we have some great news about Hometown Heroes. What I've done is I got in touch with Rosemary with CrossCountry Mortgage, branch manager, and we do a lot of business with him. He called me yesterday morning and said, "Hey, Rick, listen to this, man. We got some money available in Hometown Heroes. You need to be calling your buyers." So we're going to be contacting all our buyers, but if you are interested in getting part of this and you're a first-time buyer, you need some type of assistance in getting a deposit, Eric is the man to talk to. So, hey, Eric, you on the line?
I'm here, Rick.
Hey, good morning, buddy. Tell our buyers, our listeners out there, the good, exciting news about Hometown Heroes.
So, as of, September, Hometown Heroes ran out of the first round of $100 million the state set aside for buyers for their closing costs and down payment. And they just announced yesterday that they're giving an additional $36 million in funding for this program for 2023. So now you can apply again for the down payment assistance and closing cost assistance. They're giving up to $35,000 in assistance with a minimum of $10,000. So every buyer that qualifies will get at least $10,000 towards down payment and closing cost assistance, up to $35,000.
And this is the great thing about this program. These funds will probably never run out, all right? What I mean, they'll run out temporarily, right, Eric?
Correct. Eventually, they're going to work like other down payment assistance programs, as they'll replenish themselves as people pay off their loans or sell their home. These programs are non-forgivable, so that means that eventually you're going to pay it back, but you'll pay it back when you either sell, refinance, or pay off the home.
Yeah, so it's mainly for the first-time buyers, correct?
Correct. It's only for first-time home buyers.
Okay. And so is there any type of interest rate tied to that down payment assistance?
So they, just like regular rates, they set the rates every single day for Hometown Heroes, depending on if you're doing government, FHA, VA, USDA, or you're doing conventional, or your income is below the median income. There's a special program for that, too. So rates come out every single day. They are below market rates. They don't come with any discount points, and you also get a lot of the government charges waived by the state, too, as well.
Wow.
So big savings when you're doing this program, closing costs and interest rate-wise.
The thing I see, too, is if buyers can take advantages by year end, they'll be able to get their homestead exemption next year, correct?
Correct. As long as we can close by December 31st, you will be eligible to apply for homestead for 2024, which is huge because we're all anticipating 2024 to be a big year in appreciation in the market. You could see 10% appreciation in 2024.
And the thing is, even though inventories are still low in our area, there's still plenty of homes available, buyers. And just to let you know is that we can help you out in finding that perfect place for you no matter what. All we got to do is to sit down with you, kind of go over exactly what you're looking for, and then we'll start sending you homes on an ongoing basis until you get to that point. And so, Eric, this is available in Palm Beach County, Port St. Lucie, Martin County, all the counties?
Throughout the entire state.
That's great. I see this as an opportunity for somebody that needs some type of assistance that really has that desire because the rents are going up every month. There's a shortage of units out there, and people and landlords are continuing to raise the rents.
I'm seeing record-setting amounts that people are getting for rents right now. It is absurd.
And it's sad.
How much rent is going for.
Yeah, and it's sad because they can easily convert that to an asset, to buying that home and be able to get an appreciation on an ongoing year-to-year basis.
You buy a house right now for $400,000. This time next year, it could be worth $440,000.
There you go.
So it could be a big jump in the next year in property values.
And the big thing here, quite frankly, is that now you have the ability to get some down payment assistance to be able to qualify for a home of your choice. So, Eric, listen, is there anything else you need to tell us about what's going on in the market as far as mortgages are concerned?
No, everything is, going strong. This is a a great thing to come back around with Hometown Heroes for the end of the year. A lot of people think, well, I'm not going to qualify for that. I've tried other down payment assistance and I make too much money, or my credit's not that good. The requirements are minimal. 640 minimum credit score. They have max debt ratios of 50%, which is the standard. Like I said, the minimum you're going to get is at least $10,000 up to $35,000 in assistance. That means the average person is bringing less than $1,000 to closing out of their pocket. That's a fraction of what you'd be paying first, last, and security. And you just have to be a full-time worker. You don't have to be a police officer, nurse, doctor, teacher. This program is open to all employees of a company in Florida, and you can make as much as $140,000 to $150,000 a year in income, depending on the county you're in. So it's not limited to the $50,000, $60,000 like a lot of other programs are.
Wow, that's fabulous. It's a great information. It's a good update that we're hearing what's going on in the market, and especially right now. How long do you think this money will last, Eric?
Well, considering that $100 million was gone in less than 3 months, I would say by the end of the year, it will be gone.
Yeah. And so can they be on a waiting list?
No, unfortunately, there's no waiting list. Every Tuesday, the state replenishes the amount of funds that are available. People's financing falls through for myriad of different reasons, whether they backed out or couldn't, end up going through with it. So the state updates it every Tuesday. So really not too worried about that.
Okay.
We will be, in touch with everybody as the weeks go on, and you'll be up to date as to how much funds are available.
So what we'll do, Eric, is that if we do get a buyer and he's ready to go out there and he's looking at properties and it's not available, what we'll do is we'll say, hey, listen, we're going to stay in touch with you. Every week we're going to get an update from Eric, find out where our money is. Maybe we can get you in there on that basis, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. And the $36 million, it'll be around for a little while.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the year, that's when we want to start watching it.
Perfect. Hey, listen, thanks for coming on the air. This is great news. I'm excited about it, and I appreciate you getting on the phone with us and talking to us. Listen, take care, and we'll have a good week.
All righty, we'll talk later.
Take
care.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Say, listen, we appreciate Eric getting on the line with us and talking to us about what the updates are on Hometown Heroes. You need to get involved in this if you're a first-time buyer. This is really a great opportunity to get some down payment assistance that will help you out. Hey, listen, we love to go out there every day and talk to you buyers and sellers looking and thinking about doing something with real estate. Anyone you know is considering to make a move, we would love the opportunity to interview for the job. Give us a call at 561-901-3333. That's 561-901-3333 or rickhasthebuyers.com. After the break, Carrie and I are going to be diving into today's topic. Listen to this, sellers. Over half of the sellers do not get the price they want for their home. We're going to show you how to get the most money for your house with the least amount of hassle. We'll be right back. This is Rick Kendrick with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty.
To schedule an appointment with Rick Kendrick to help you buy or sell your home, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Rick will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
If you're thinking of selling your home, please do yourself a favor. Call my friend Rick Kendrick from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida. Hi, it's Jennifer. Maybe you want to avoid the time and the details of a traditional sale. Rick can make you an immediate cash offer. All you have to do is text him your address to 561-901-3333 and you'll receive 3 competing offers instantly. But if you go the traditional way, Rick guarantees to sell your home or he'll buy it himself for cash. Check out Irene's story. She wanted to relocate to South Florida from Atlanta. She wanted to be closer to her son. He lives here. After Rick met with Irene virtually, he was able to understand exactly what she was looking for. He found several homes which fit Irene's general criteria. Then he arranged virtual showings. He found her the perfect move-in ready home in Palm Beach Gardens. Just another success story with Rick Kendrick. Give him a call, 561-901-3333 or visit rickhasthebuyers.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosemary, branch manager at CrossCountry Mortgage in Boca Raton. If you're deciding which lender to trust, whether you're purchasing or refinancing, I would love the opportunity to work with you. Over my 20-year career, I've helped close to 10,000 families buy or refinance the place they call home. Despite what you're hearing about interest rates, you might be surprised at what we can do for you. Let's talk. Call or text me at 954-312-3104 or visit rosemarymortgageteam.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home and would like to schedule an appointment with Rick, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, Rick Kendrick.
Hey, welcome back. We're going to be talking about the shortfall sellers are coming through when they're selling their place. We want you to get the most amount of money for your house, and we're going to kind of give you some tips today on what to do. Hey, Carrie, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back on your show.
Yeah, it was great information from Eric, and it's pretty exciting. We get to go back down, and then we'll go through our database. We got about, 20,000 people in our database looking for a home. So we're going to shoot that e-blast out to everybody and let them know there's some down payment assistance if they're first-time buyers. We're going to get them there, get them qualified, and get them out there looking at houses. I'm excited about that, aren't you?
Absolutely. And I think the thing that, you should consider if you are thinking about making a purchase and it is the first time that you're going to be going through the process is to meet with Eric as early as possible to put a good plan together. So that way, whenever the time does come around, you'll have your financing all lined up. So if the perfect place does end up coming on the market, you'll be in the best position to go after the home.
Absolutely. And I tell you, there's no reason for them not to think about new construction, right?
Absolutely. And new construction for sure is an option.
And I'm going to just say new builders right now are offering some type of discounts, on their rates. So just to let you know, there's some funds available. All right. So, we got some highlights of the 7 deadly mistakes most sellers make in not getting the most amount of money for their house, correct?
Yeah, for sure. So obviously failing to analyze why they're selling is a big one.
I'm glad you said that. So the first thing we do when we meet with a seller, we ask them 3 basic questions. Why are you selling? Believe it or not, I'm sitting at the table and they go, I've never thought about that. I go, well, there's got to be a reason why you're selling, right? Either you're relocating or you want to downsize or you're looking to get more bedrooms. Those are the questions that help us get them the house they want, right?
For sure, yeah. So know why you're selling is important because we want to help you reach your objective, whatever that may be. So Rick does always start out the initial consultation with you, asking, what is it that's prompting this move? What
is most important to them getting their house sold? What's it going to take? What do they want the most important thing to happen to them? Is it the price? Okay, is it the terms? Are they looking for all cash? Are they don't mind financing? It's got to be, and sometimes, over the 80% of the people who are out there selling have a house to sell, but they also looking to purchase. So we're seeing people that need time. They need time to purchase another place. So that may be the top priority for them, right, Carrie?
Yeah, for sure.
I always ask them, what do you think that we need to do to help get the price that you're looking for? And you'd be surprised at the answers I get. They're saying, listen, all I'm looking for is somebody to list my property and have agents come in. Well, we do things a little bit different. We heavily market the property. We actually send it through our database even before we put it on the open market, a potential buyer for that property. And these things are the advantages, and some of the things that we do are probably a little bit better than the average agent is concerned. What are the things you think are some big mistakes that home sellers make, Carrie?
Yeah, so I think pricing their homes incorrectly is a big one, all right? So again, starting with what is your end result? Like, what are you hoping to achieve with this sale? And that will help us craft the best listing price possible.
I've run into a situation where you go in there and the seller is dead set on a price. And I said, well, listen, when we look at the market numbers, because that's what I do, I just purely look at the market numbers. There may be some personal feelings toward that home, right? Maybe their kids grew up in there and they just have a lot of personal feelings about the house. That needs to be drawn away, number one. Number two, what we see as far as sellers are concerned is that if they price it according to market with the inventories the way they are right now, there's no reason for you not to get multiple offers, right?
Yeah, so setting your price is an art, as Rick just mentioned. And so you really need to understand what is happening in your market and what your competition is going to be.
So just curious, Carrie, not to bounce around here, but what are inventories like right now? Curious.
Inventories are still at very low levels. We're hovering in between that 3 to 4 months of inventory, which, if you don't know, 6 months is what we consider a balanced market. So if we have a home supply in excess of 6 months, we consider that a buyer's market. So we are still in a very strong seller's market.
It's called seller's advantage here. You price it to market. I can say safely that not only will you get multiple offers, but you'll probably get the price you're looking at. So just to keep that in mind, price it accordingly to market. What other things do you think, Carrie, are pretty important in those mistakes that home sellers are making out there?
I think not preparing your home for the buyer's eye. All right. You need to depersonalize your home as much as possible. And remember that a home purchase is very emotional for a buyer. So when they walk in your door, you want them to see themselves living there. And if it's very cluttered, if it's dirty, if it doesn't smell clean, that's going to affect their impression of the property, and it would impact their interest in making an offer on your property.
That's a big thing, because that's the first impression. That curb appeal, when they're driving up, they're trying to imagine themselves living there, right? And so if they walk in the door and it doesn't present well, they're going to say, no, I'd rather not be here. Or they're going to say, oh, this is exactly what we've been looking for. And I think, finding that situation where, presenting that property in the correct way is good. What else, Carrie, do you think is pretty important in making things happen here for the sellers?
I think finding a good real estate agent to represent you is very important. We always recommend you interviewing a handful of agents so that you can find the best fit. A lot of folks will just go with, whoever they know, maybe a friend or a relative that may not be in the business full time, maybe does, 1, 2, 3 deals a year. They're not bringing in the income that is required for them to have a big enough marketing budget to spend to get your home out there, right? The more demand you can create for your home, the more money you're going to get. And that takes cash, especially in today's digital marketing world. It's very expensive. Marketing becomes a big plan to us. We feel like this is the most important factor in our sellers getting the price they want. But you know what, Carrie? I don't know of many, many agents out there to offer guarantees. We offer 8 guarantees out there to each and one of our sellers. We pretty much say this, okay? If we don't sell your house in 6 months, our fee is free. Right? Yeah. So again, the agent that you're hiring, you want them to not only have a great marketing plan that they're going to be put into place as soon as they list your home, but you also want them to basically put their money where their mouth is. And, we do that through these unique performance guarantees that we offer. And it's not just, as Rick mentioned, the traditional way that you think, okay, well, if I don't perform, you don't owe us any money. There's additional things that we offer as well, right? Like communication is a really big issue that folks usually have whenever they hire a real estate agent, right? It's like they came and listed my home. I never heard from them again. Right. If you contact us, and if we don't contact you back within 24 hours, hey, we're going to pay you $100 at closing for each time that we don't contact you at that time. The promises, a lot of real estate agents will price the property high and offer a low commission. Is that necessarily a good philosophy or a good formula for getting the price that you're looking for? No, because you have to consider it from the buyer's standpoint, right? So the buyer is out there online looking at homes, and they do a lot of shopping before they ever walk in your door. So they're able to compare what is out there on the market and how does it compare to your property. So if you are, let's say, there's 5 houses on your street for sale and they're all in that $500,000 range, and you come out on the market as $600,000, like that's not really serving any purpose other than just to not get people through your door. And you have to have showings. You have to be competitively priced in order to get a good offer. We will basically guarantee the time to sell. We'll guarantee that we'll sell your property at a time that we both agree upon, and also price. When you look at our guarantees that we have, one of the major thing is anybody walking through that door, when they walk in, we're going to make sure they're pre-approved or they have funds available to purchase your house. Yeah, so that's a huge thing that you need to be on the lookout for as well, is like paperwork, right? Like what happens with the contract, monitoring the terms of the contract, making sure, like Rick just mentioned, that your buyer is fully pre-approved and has the cash in the bank to make this happen. Actually, we go through 16 key items even before we place the house on the market, okay? We make sure everything's in place, ready to go to make it happen for you, okay? Not only from the standpoint of getting professional photography, but we'll also put together a network of agents who are looking in that area with buyers that are qualified to make it happen for you. So all these items, you got 16 key items that we do before we put it on the market. You have our exclusive guarantees to make it happen for you. Carrie, what's on the final item you think is most important in making this thing happen for sellers? I think to not move out before you sell your home. So if you have not put your home on the market yet and you go out and you fall in love with a new home, you're going to just end up leaving a lot of money on the table because you're going to feel rushed and you're going to feel under pressure because you're not going to want to have two mortgages. So the ideal situation would be to sell your house, get the cash, and if you need to go find another home, allow us to negotiate that extra time for you post-closing so that you won't feel pressure. You'll have the cash in hand, so you'll be able to make the strongest offer possible.
We work with their terms and conditions. We will find them a place before they have to move out, right?
Yes.
Okay. So after the break, let's talk about our feature listing of the week, our buyers in waiting program. We'll talk a little bit about your home sold guaranteed Go Sir Big mission. This is Rick Kendrick. We'll be right back.
To schedule an appointment with Rick Kendrick to help you buy or sell your home, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Rick will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
Hi, it's Jennifer Ross, and if you've been thinking about selling your home, you already know that the only agent that I would recommend to you is my friend Rick Kendrick. He's a broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida. Now, what about the listener who would love Rick to sell but doesn't want to deal with the headaches of cleaning, staging, holding open houses, and all that other stuff?
Well, Jen, we have the perfect solution. First of all, we always like to make our traditional home selling process stress-free, but for the listener who doesn't want to fix up their place, who has inherited a home, or simply wants a fast, hassle-free sale, we can make them an immediate cash offer. And for that seller to get the most amount of money for their home.
Come on, you can do that.
Absolutely, Jen. We'll come right over, appraise a home, make you a fast, fair cash offer, and close as little as 3 weeks.
Cash in your hand, hard to beat it. Call Rick Kendrick right now, 561-901-3333. That's 561-901-3333. Or visit rickhasthebuyers.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosemary, branch manager at CrossCountry Mortgage in Boca Raton. If you're deciding which lender to trust, whether you're purchasing or refinancing, I would love the opportunity to work with you. Over my 20-year career, I've helped close to 10,000 families buy or refinance the place they call home. Despite what you're hearing about interest rates, you might be surprised at what we can do for you. Let's talk. Call or text me at 954-312-3104 or visit rosemarymortgageteam.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home and would like to schedule an appointment with Rick, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Now, back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, Rick Kendrick.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's our final segment of the show. We're going to be highlighting our listing of the week. So, listeners, here's the great thing about this particular unit that we have. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, close to 2,400 square feet condo on the first floor, right on the water. If you have a boat, there's a boat slip for you. This thing's ready to get occupied. It's on the market for 1.1. Look for something in that price range right now, 2,400 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath with a boat slip. It's going to be hard to find. This is in North Palm Beach. So listen, give me a call if you have any interest in this. And listen, if you're thinking about maybe putting your place on the market, or if this may be of interest to you as a buyer, let me know. Give me a call back at 561-901-3333. or rickhasthebuyers.com. So buyers in waiting, Carrie, what do you think, man? We had a little upsurge of buyers come in this week. We sitting down with them. Again, I'm really excited about the Hometown Heroes putting another $36 million into the game here, because 3 of those buyers that came in this past week are first-time buyers. So we're going to naturally just go to them and say, hey, listen, this is available to you right now. Let's get out there and start looking at properties. We had one buyer who would love to make a purchase in the North Palm Beach area. Now, they're in that $600,000 range, $700,000 range. So if you are living in that area or surrounding area, okay, Jupiter, Juneau, Lake Park area, and you are thinking about maybe doing something as far as putting your place on the market, give me a call. I can come out there and take a look at your place, and I can help you out and give you some tips of do and what not to do. But more importantly, I can kind of go over all your closing costs, and then I'll know what he wants or the buyer wants. And if this fits fits their needs, I will set up an appointment for them to come out and take a look at it. You may already have this house sold even before you put it on the market, right, Carrie?
Yeah, for sure. It's a great benefit that we have, and that we do, get consistent inquiries, right, from buyers who are looking for homes in the area. And because there is a lack of inventory still, what we're doing is we're putting these names into our database, and our database is just growing and growing and growing. So that enables us, whenever a seller reaches out to us, maybe you're in a situation where you're not really that keen to have buyers, traipsing through your home. You don't want to go through the inconvenience and the hassle of putting it on the market. All right. So you may reach out to Rick because initially you're thinking to yourself, well, maybe I want to go the cash route, right? But the cash route, you're selling it to investors. So there's always going to be a little bit of a discount to what you could get as far as like a true market value. But the buyers that we have that can't find homes, they would be willing to pay you market value, and you can still avoid all that hassle.
And also, they'd probably be able to get the timetable they're looking at. They'd be able to get out there.
Yeah, and they're flexible with you. So if you need that extra time in your home, we'll be able to work something out with you for sure.
Carrie, tell us about our Go Serve Big mission. What's happening?
So Rick and I donate a portion of our income to, various charities throughout our area. And so, the ones that we most often mention on the show are Little Smiles, which is a great organization who works hard to put, smiles on the face of, kids in our area and local hospitals and so on. And they do that through, taking in donations and sponsoring fun events for them, like pizza parties and, trips to the theme parks and whatnot. So, but aside from that, like I said, we do donate a portion of our income from every home sale. So if you use us or one of our team members to, buy or sell your home, if there is a particular organization that is near and dear to your heart, we'd be more than happy to make a contribution to that organization on your behalf.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. We'd be happy to do that because as well as I do, we got to give back to the community because we're involved in the community every single day.
Yeah, and there's so many great charities in our area. There really is.
They're very, very strong. So listen, thank you for taking time to listen to us today. This is Rick Kendrick, your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, serving the Southeast Florida coast. Our network extends across the country and Canada. You can call me or text me at 561-901-3333 or rickhasthebuyers.com. I'd like to thank Carrie, and we're getting Eric on the line to talk about the Hometown Heroes program. Listen, we look forward to seeing you next week. Tune in every Sunday at 10 a.m. at 850 WFTL News Talk Radio.
You've been listening to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show with broker-owner Rick Kendrick. Heard every Sunday morning here on News Talk 850 WFTL. Rick's company name is his promise, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. To speak directly to Rick about buying or selling your home, call now to schedule an appointment, 561-901-3333, or visit rickhasthebuyers.com. And mark your calendar to join Rick again next week at this same time for the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.